Well, hello there everyone, this is Fantanduos here and today I'm going to be doing part 2 of What If Naruto Had a Unique Dojutsu. Let's start the what if now. Naruto was walking through the village of Konoha, towards the Hokage Tower, and as usual, everyone was looking at him, but this time not with looks of hatred, as they did not recognize who he was, but some look of curiosity at his eyes, looks of awe at his new look, and for the ones who recognized the fan on his back, looks of fear. Naruto arrived to his destination, not wanting to deal with the secretary who held hate for him, put her under a simple Sharingan Genjutsu and walked past her without anyone noticing. Naruto arrived at the door of the Hokage office and politely knocked. An old man voice shouted, "Come in!" as Naruto entered the room. The Hokage, Hiruzen, looked at the mysterious child, who seemed to wield a mature Sharingan in curiosity, not knowing who he was. He alerted his Anbu to stay alert. "Hello there, old man," Naruto said, in an even tone as Hiruzen's eyes widened at the voice and the manner in which the child addressed him. As only one person addressed him that way. "Naruto, is that really you? What happened to you?" Hiruzen asked, shocked at the person he was looking at. Simply put, yes, it is me. What happened to me is that I found a purpose and followed it for the past 2 years. Now I am ready to take the challenge of this world," Naruto said as Hiruzen was still baffled at the words the boy was speaking. He needed time to proceed all this. He was getting too old for this. "But the reason I'm here for is I want to become a jonin," Naruto said to Hiruzen, as Hiruzen's eyes might as well pop out of their sockets by how much they were witnessing and hearing. "What, Naruto? I understand you might have trained a few years, but being a jonin requires one to be skillful and to have experience. One must be able to control 2 or more chakra natures and be able to participate in A to S rank missions. I highly doubt 2 years of training can come close to meeting those requirements," the Hokage concluded, as even some of the Anbu snickered at the seemingly ridiculous request of the boy. "Skill, I possess them, in great magnitudes. 2 or more chakra natures, I possess all 5. Experience and missions, I'll learn as I go," Naruto said, as Hiruzen sighed. Kids were getting cockier as the generation passed on. On the other hand, the Hidden Leaf was known to produce prodigies, and consider who his father was. He might as well humor the boy. "Very well, we shall give you the series of a test that jonins of the village have gone through, except those promoted by field promotions. Should you fail, you will go through the ranks starting from the academy level to higher ranks," Hiruzen explained as Naruto nodded. Hiruzen commanded one of his Anbus to make a standard jonin exam. The practical exam will come after. After a few minutes, the jonin came back with a paper that consisted of jonin level questions, a desk, and a chair. Naruto sat on the chair and was handed the paper as he was given 30 minutes to complete it. Naruto, using the knowledge of Hagoromo, Indra, and Ashura, was finished within 3. The Hokage, not believing he decided to check the test for himself, and he was shocked at what he was seeing. He had never seen such a perfect score in his life. Naruto not only answered in perfection, but also added information that most jonins do not know. Maybe Naruto wasn't lying after all. "I must say, I'm surprised. I have never seen such a perfect test in my life," Hiruzen said, as Naruto gave him a little smirk, which in the first time his facial expressions has changed. "What can I say? I expected it. I told you so," Naruto replied. "Well, it seems I have underestimated you, but now it's time for the practical exam. We shall meet at Training Ground 7 in an hour's time. After what I see, and I expect a lot from you, despite your age," Hiruzen said, as Naruto left the building. 1 hour has passed, and Hiruzen arrived with a group of consistent Anbu and jonins. The jonins he saw, one of them had sober spiky hair, and he was reading a book. The other had black short spiky hair with beard to match, and he seemed to be smoking. His name was Asuma, and the other one was a woman with long black hair, and she seemed to be complaining about the other two's habits. She was Korani, and before anyone makes fun of me in the comments, I can never pronounce her name. The last man had a bowl cut hair and with a green let's just say, suit and a jonin jacket as he screamed about youth and he was the most useful man alive, might guy. Naruto looked at them in awe. An assumed word had gotten out that a child was taking a jonin exam. Naruto decided to entertain them a bit. The Hokage coughed as everyone silenced. Now, Naruto, it is time for the second part of your exam, the practical. First, you must display elite efficiency in at least 2 elements. However, you do it is your choice, but it must be satisfactory to me and most of the jonins here, Hiruzen explained, as Naruto nodded and prepared. He started off by making a lightning claw. 1, Naruto said, as he made a horse sign and shouted, "Fire style, majestic flame destroyer." He tilted the jutsu slightly up as to not burn the trees. Everyone watching was in shock as this boy simply made what would probably be the biggest fire style jutsu they'll ever see. But none more were shocked than Hiruzen as he only seen one other person use that technique. But Naruto wasn't done yet. His lightning clone made a tiger hand seal and shouted, "Wind style, great breakthrough." The hurricane-like wind met the fire and caused the fire to increase in size. Heat 2 times over. The spectators were feeling the heat before, but within the addition of the wind style jutsu, it was not overkill, as some felt like they were getting hit with it, even though it was directed in the complete opposite direction. After a few more seconds, the fire faded as the lightning clone also disappeared in a flash of lightning. Naruto turned to look at his spectators as he saw the shocked, sweaty faces of everyone as he cocked an eyebrow. "Did I overdo it?" Naruto asked as the Hokage replied, "Just a little bit." After a few more moments, everyone recollected themselves as the Hokage spoke up. "Well, I think it's safe to say you passed that test." No one disagreed. Now to the final part of your exam. You will be facing one of the league's top jonins, Kakashi Hatake. If performed well enough in this test, he will be promoted to jonin rank. Also, try not to use that technique, as we would like to keep our trees to remain. The Hokage finished explaining, as the sober-haired man now named Kakashi closed his book then walked to Naruto, who was already in the middle of the field. The spectators stepped back as Naruto and Kakashi prepared, though neither of them taking a stance and simply just analyzing the opponent. Naruto's eyes glowed red as he saw something interesting in Kakashi. In his eyes, though incomplete, he managed to copy this Kamui. His other eye seemed to process, but what he copied was a complete Mangekyo. The same one Kakashi would have if he had the other Sharingan. Kakashi, thinking the glow meant Naruto was going to attack, got in a defensive stand. As he was waiting, he saw the glow faded, and instead of waiting, he decided to attack first. Naruto through Indira's mature Sharingan saw Kakashi's coming miles away as he in a blink of an eye had his fist in Kakashi's stomach. Kakashi flew back into the forest as Naruto's punches were harder than he thought. His speed, his strength, and firepower are all incredible. I didn't even see him begin to move. Guess I have to go all out from the beginning, Kakashi thought, as he lifted the headband covering his eyes. As it revealed to be a mature Sharingan, Kakashi, in a burst of speed, rushed at Naruto as they began to exchange blows in a fierce taijutsu battle. Naruto, although short in his size due to his age, overpowered Kakashi as his experience was the only thing keeping him alive in the battle. Naruto decided to change his defensive stance. Kakashi threw a strong punch, but unlike before, Naruto parried the attack with his left hand. With his left hand opening Kakashi's defense, Naruto took advantage of this and kneed his stomach, but as soon as he did this, Kakashi burst into a lightning, stunning Naruto temporarily. Kakashi took advantage of this. Being near a lake, he performed a few hand seals, and a large water dragon came out of the water. The dragon menacingly looked at Naruto, and as it rushed towards him, in seconds it reached him. It was a direct hit. Kakashi, who was slowly huffing and puffing, waited to see what had happened to Naruto. He knew that the attack wouldn't kill him. Soon enough, Naruto slowly walked out of the forest he had crashed in, his clothes ripped and his breathing quickening. "I must admit, Kakashi, that was something I was not expecting. Guess there's reasons you're joining, huh? Either way, you ready to continue?" Naruto said as he took a stance. No, I give up, Kakashi said, shocking everyone as in a mere minute the battle was already over. Naruto looked confusedly. He had no doubt he was going to win, but he didn't think it would be this easy. But he looked at his hands a bit and amazed. Guess Hagoromo made me more powerful than I thought. Beating one of the village's most powerful jonin is no joke. Maybe I could even face Hiruzen, but that's for another day, Naruto thought. I guess that's the match winner. Naruto Uzumaki, you win, Hiruzen announced, as everyone was silent, still shocked at the seemingly easy defeat of Kakashi until one spoke up. Alright! Such flames of youth from a child so young, our generation is surely going to be a great one. To celebrate, I shall do 1,000 laps across the village with my hands. The bull-haired jonin said as he left the field, running on his hands, and though he won't show it, Naruto was amused by the man. Anyway, Naruto, you are therefore officially now the rank of an elite jonin. You will be taking on A to S rank missions. As of tomorrow with the other two elite jonin, Might Guy and Kakashi, Hiruzen said, as Naruto nodded. Everyone wanted to be surprised, but they really weren't. One more request before we leave. On top of what you said, I'd like to become an assistant teacher at the academy, Naruto said. Hiruzen raised his eyebrow. Why? He simply asked. I just realized how strong I truly am, so I thought, why not help my own generation become strong, Naruto said. As Hiruzen nodded, the village could benefit from having the next generation being trained by someone as strong as Naruto. Very well, I shall speak with the current teacher and see what we can do, Hiruzen said. As Naruto nodded and left the field, everyone else followed. We cut to Naruto as he was on top of the Hokage monument, looking down at the village. He truly admired how beautiful the village was from up here, and he would make sure it was as beautiful on the inside as well. Was that really the best excuse you can come up with? Kurama asked, as Naruto shrugged. I don't know what you're talking about, Naruto said, as Kurama scoffed. You and I both know, just simply training the next generation was a phrase, Kurama said. Well, yes and no. I do want to train the next generation, but not for the reason the Hokage thinks, Naruto replies. Well, I hope you know what you're doing. You got visitors, Kurama said, as Naruto looked behind him. He saw Kakashi coming, still in his book. He approached Naruto and closed it. Hey, Naruto, Kakashi greeted as Naruto nodded, already guessing what Kakashi was going to say. You know, in all my years, I have never been defeated so easily by a child before, which begs the question, at such a young age, how are you so powerful? Kakashi asked, as Naruto think about it over and over whether if he should tell him. I might as well tell you, as even if I do, you can't do anything about it, and we'll be going on missions together, so it'll be beneficial if I do. My ability is called Absolute Copy. Simply put, it allows me to copy any and all abilities at the highest level they can become. Although I can't copy what I already have, Naruto explained, as Kakashi now understands why Naruto was so powerful. He assumed since Naruto could copy abilities at their maximum, he was only needed to train his chakra control, chakra reserves, and his taijutsu, and that was all he needed. I see. Do you mind if I tell my guy this? Kakashi asked Naruto, as Naruto shook his head. Kakashi nodded and left as Naruto went back home. We cut the scenes again. Naruto started his day as usual. He had to see Hiruzen discussing his new role, so after this morning routine, he went on with his day. In the corner of his eyes, he saw three guys surrounding a girl of his age. Curiosity to what was happening, he went to the scene, and when he got there, he did not like what he saw. Three, what seemed to be genin, were making fun of a girl. The girl had short blue hair and wore a red scarf. Her noticeable features were her pale white eyes, a Hyuga, Naruto thought, although a bit confused as he had heard the Hyuga clan was usually arrogant and confident, but this girl seemed shy. She didn't even try to fight back against her bullies. Interesting, Mike. I asked what this girl did to deserve such treatment. Naruto made his presence known as the three boys and the girl looked at him. Her stupid cousin made fun of us and made us look bad, so we'll repay him by making the heir to the clan look as bad as he made us look, and if you interrupt us, we'll deal with you too, one of the boys responded. but his subordinate lacked the same confidence as they saw Naruto's eyes. Hey boss, maybe we should leave. Look at his eyes. He comes from the Uchiha clan. My father told me to never mess with them, another boy said as the boss scoffed and looked at Naruto in the eyes. Though the second he did that, he fainted as he was put under a simple genjutsu. Thought Naruto was not close to being a great at genjutsu. The Sharingan did provide simple genjutsu for its user. Take him and leave. I preferred we do this peacefully, Naruto said, as the two boys picked the passed out boss and left. Hinata looked at Naruto in awe as he had dealt with the problem so easily. Thank you, Mr. Uchiha, Hinata said as she bowed. Naruto's eyes glowed a darker red. He could use the Abyakugan in his arsenal. He looked at the girl's abilities and saw she had a strong affinity for water and a standard Byakugan and a Tenseigan. He copied both her dojutsus and he would ask Kurama about it later. No need to thank me. Also, you don't need to call me Mr. Uchiha. It makes me feel old. As Naruto looked up at the sky, thinking of a certain old man, as he said, yeah, I don't want to be that old yet. Call me Naruto, Naruto said. A shy Uchiha. No, I'm messing up again. A shy Hyuga. Now I've seen it all, Naruto thought, as he started to leave. Oh, okay. Thank you, Naruto, Hinata said shyly, as her guards soon appeared, though Naruto was already gone. Naruto continued on to the Hokage Tower. On his way, though he decided to have a little chat with Kurama, he opened a mental link and woke Kurama up from his sleep. You better have a good reason for waking me up, brat, Kurama said, a bit groggy from being forced to wake up. Tell me, what do you know about the Tenseigan? Naruto asked, as Kurama now was fully awake and surprised. Tenseigan, I never thought I'd hear that name again. It's a dojutsu that is similar to the Mangekyo. It's the evolution of the Byakugan. The last known wielder was Hagoromo Otsutsuki, my father's brother. Speaking of, didn't you receive my father's memory? How come you don't know this? Kurama asked, as Naruto shrugged. He received the memories, but he had been quick in putting a plan into actions that he did not fully go through each memory. He decided to do it so when he gets home. I was too quick in putting a plan into action. Anyway, since I cannot access them now, tell me what your father told you about the eyes. Naruto said, the Tenseigan is, from what I know, it's not as powerful as the Rinnegan, but it's still more powerful than the Mangekyo. If the Tenseigan allows the user to control and attract and repulse forces, similar to the Rinnegan's force of path. With the complete Tenseigan, the user is able to enter Tenseigan Chakra mode, which grants the user simply enhanced physical abilities, the ability to fly, as well as a number of truth-seeking balls. Okay, when I said balls, it's orbs. I wrote that wrong. Kurama explained Naruto was curious. He would put this on his list of abilities to master. Thank you, Kurama, Naruto said. Kurama went back to sleep as Naruto ventured on to the Hokage Tower. We cut to Naruto who was now in Hiruzen's office. He and Hiruzen had been discussing his new role as the elite jonin, an assistant teacher at the academy. For his jonin role, it was decided that he will go on A and S rank missions, along with Kakashi and Guy, the other two elite jonins. For his teacher role, he was assistant Iruka in his class. Hiruzen had given him a list of classes and Naruto took interest in Iruka. It was filled with clan heads and with that, endless potential. You should begin your assistant duties at the academy start next week. As of for now, you should be given a mission, Hiruzen said, as if on cue. Kakashi entered the room. The mission is simply deliver mission. As to why we need both of you, it is an A-rank mission. You'll be delivering an important scroll to the Hidden Sand. The scroll contains a treaty that simplifies our alliance with the village. Some people do not want the sand to prosper, so the cage told us to be on the lookout for rogue sand shinobis that might want to cause a discord. As you are new, Kakashi shall lead the mission, Hiruzen explained. Both Naruto and Kakashi nodded. Kakashi took the scroll and they both left, heading the gates. Kakashi and Naruto started to travel to the Sand Village. The first day of the travel was uneventful. As they traveled in silence, Kakashi was a bit uncomfortable with it, as Naruto acted like what an ideal shinobi would, calm, technical, and powerful. But what made Kakashi uncomfortable was the fact that Naruto was only 8 years old. Kakashi set up on camp. As it was getting dark, sitting around the campfire, Kakashi decided to break the silence. Hey Naruto, I have a question. You're a very powerful shinobi, but what's the end goal in all of this? What are your dreams or wishes? Kakashi asked. And you want to know this? Why? Naruto responded. I'm just curious on your reason to train so hard, Kakashi said. Well, I want to create peace. Simple as that, Naruto said, as Kakashi somewhat expected the response given his childhood. I see, so I'm assuming you want to unite all the nations into one powerful nation? If so, I wish you well, because many people, including Hashirama, have tried and failed, Kakashi said as Naruto stood and prepared to fall to sleep. Well then, it's a good thing I am not Hashirama, because my plan is guaranteed to work, Naruto said as he left, leaving Kakashi wondering what his plan now was. The next morning, they packed up and left the area, leaving no trace of them being there. After a few hours, they arrived in the desert fields, that signaled that they were close to the hidden sand village. After 1 hour of traveling, they arrived at the village, but before they could enter, they were stopped by 2 guards. Halt! State your intentions, leave, shinobis, one of the guards said, as Kakashi took out a scroll and handed it to them. The guards started reading it. After a bit, the guards looked at the two. Mostly Naruto was an untrustworthy look. I understand you, Kakashi, of the Sharingan, but the scroll clearly says 2 elite jonin were to undergo this mission. I have a hard time believing this child is an elite shinobi, the guard said. The other guard interjected before Kakashi could respond. I don't know, the Hidden Leaf is known for producing prodigies at a young age, plus look at him. He's an Uchiha with a mature Sharingan. The other guard pointed it out. I get what you mean, but don't you think you can cause trouble in here, kid? The guard said as they left them through. Naruto and Kakashi traveled to the biggest building in the village, which was the cage tower. They arrived in the tower after passing through more security and eventually made it to the door of the office of the cage. A loud enter was heard after they had knocked as they walked into the office. As they both walked in, they saw a room similar to the Hokage office before. Behind the desk was a man that had brown hair, dark eyes, and had a very stern look on his face. He wore the standard attire of a Hokage, which consisted of a loose-fitting green kimono with a white collar and the signature hat with the kanji of wind. Welcome, Kakashi. Who is this young man you have brought with you? The cage asked, looking to Naruto. This is our newest elite jonin, Naruto Uzumaki. Kakashi responded as Rasa looked shocked. The leaf can't stop producing prodigies, huh? He's about as old as my children, yet he is such high status. Anyway, about why are you here? I only need to talk to Kakashi. Naruto, you may look around the building or the village if you wish, the case said as Naruto nodded and left. Naruto walked around. As he walked out, he sensed a spike in tail beast chakra. Naruto wondered what was going on and ran to the location and asked Kurama, hoping to get some answers. Kurama, do you sense that? Naruto asked. As Kurama woke up and said, yes, I feel it. It's no doubt my brother's Shikaku, the one-tailed raccoon. A word of warning. He usually makes his host insane, so you might need to subdue him, Kurama said. Any idea on how to do that? Naruto asked. I didn't want to tell you this, but your Mangekyo provides a Genjutsu so that you can control tail beasts. Don't get any ideas, Kurama said. Don't worry, I won't use it on you. Naruto finished as Kurama went back to sleep. Naruto arrived at the room where he senses Shikaku's chakra. He busted open the door as he was greeted by a boy with fair skin, green eyes, and spiky short red hair. He lacked pupils or eyebrows. He had a tennis-like black rings around his eyes and the kunyu for love on the left side of his forehead. Said the boy, was now clutching his head as he looked at the Naruto with a crazed look. "I don't know who you are, but our mother wants your blood," Gaara screamed as he shot a wave of sand from his hand to Naruto. "Mother?" He calls Shikaku mother, Naruto wondered, but before he could ponder long, he quickly unsealed his fan. He now seals his fan instead of carrying them, as he blocked the wave of sand. "Uchiha reflection," Naruto said, as the sand glowed. A huge gust of wind and was blown by the fan in Gaara's direction as the wind approached a wall of sand covering him, but the wind blew him through the wall of the room into the village. This was the first time Gaara had been hit. Naruto followed him outside as Gaara stood up dazed. The cage and Kakashi arrived to the scene, as Gaara and Naruto standing on the opposite side of each other. "What in the world happened?" the cage asked, as Kakashi could only shrug. He was going to interfere, but Kakashi put a hand in front of him. "What are you doing, Kakashi? Can you see your shinobi will die if we don't do something?" "Out of all of us, Naruto is the best man for this job. Trust me," Kakashi said. As the cage relentless, although wanting to stop this, listen to Kakashi. "With Naruto and Gaara, we see people running away with fear of being killed in a crossfire. Seeing this, Naruto decided to end it quickly, although he wanted to have fun. He quickly activated Indira's Mangekyo and entered Gaara's mindscape. In Gaara's mindscape was a plain desert field, and in the distance he saw the towering figure of Shikaku. He walked there and saw Shikaku was in chains, though he was not as tightly chained as the tail beast normally is. Naruto took this as the seal being faultily not done correctly. "You human, what are you doing here?" Shikaku said, thrashing around trying to get his hands on Naruto, as Naruto simply looked at him with his Mangekyo. Seeing this caused the tail beast to stop and look in fear, knowing the power of his eyes and can control him easily. "I see Hagoromo hasn't told you, has he?" Naruto said as Shikaku narrowed his eyes. "How do you know that name?" Shikaku asked. "Instead of explaining you, I think it'd be better I show you," as Naruto said as he put Shikaku into a genjutsu where he saw his memories of Hagoromo. "I see, so you're the kid he spoke of so long. A powerful kid, in fact," Shikaku said. Naruto nodded. "So what now? What's the master plan?" Shikaku asked as Naruto explained his plan to Shikaku. "I wasn't expecting that, Shikaku. No one is. That's why it's important for you to work with Gaara instead of torturing him," Naruto said as Shikaku nodded. "I'll help the kid, but with that, what are you planning? You're going to need his help?" Shikaku said as Naruto, he removed the chains on Shikaku and told him, "If you take his body, I will put you in an eternal sleep." Naruto threatened. "I promise I won't," Shikaku said as Naruto left the mindscape. Then we see the outside world. Gaara had just fallen out of nowhere. Kakashi had expected this, but Rasa was shocked, as Gaara was really just defeated like that. Naruto had sealed the fan back into his scroll and walked to the cage. Whoever sealed the tail beast into him did a terrible job. He could have been taken over by it. Anyway, me and the tail beast have come into an agreement. Gaara will be able to control its power properly. He'll be asleep for a few days, but after that, he should be fine. Considering this as a gift for our alliance," Naruto said as he left. The Hokage of the Sand Village was left speechless. Now he knew why this kid was on a high-ranked mission. "See what I mean? Even I wasn't expecting that," Kakashi said, looking at the Hokage as he was left, as the Hokage nodded at him. We cut to the next day, as Kakashi had to go finalize things for the Kesa cage, then left Naruto to walk around the building once again. This time he hoped he won't have to destroy property again. Facing a tail beast, he heard harsh whispers in certain rooms, and he heard Gaara's name being mentioned. Being curious, he entered the room without knocking and saw Gaara on the bed. Beside him were two people, a girl who had tail eyes and sandy blonde hair, which is gathered into 4 consistent pigtails. She also wore a single light purple colored off-the-shoulder garment that extended halfway down to her thighs, with a scarlet sleeve tied around her waist, and in addition to incorporating fishnets worn on her shoulders and legs, specifically on her right calf and her left thigh. For plus sakes, they were wearing their part 1 articulars. She saw, Naruto thought as Kurama raised an eyebrow. Never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. I hope you know I'll tease you about it till the end of the time, Kurama said, with a large grin on his. Naruto's eyebrow slightly twitched, but he quickly composed himself and closed the mental link. Next to the girl was the boy who wore... Let's just say that's the sister. I am not going into details with this. His face sported a triangle face painted design. The girl immediately recognized Naruto as the one who put her brother into the state. Immediately reacted. You're the one who did this to my brother, she said in anger, as she marched up to the Naruto and held him by the collar. What did you do to him? She asked to Naruto, whose facial experience never changed. I fixed him, Naruto simply said. To now confuse the girl. Fix? What do you mean fix? The girl responded in a calmer tone. His seal was fully broken, which caused him to be influenced by the tail beast. I enter his mind, talk to the tail beast. Now he's fine. Right now he's just catching up on a few years of sleep he hasn't received. Give him a day or two before he wakes up, Naruto explained as the girl now let him go. So, will he become normal now? Will we have our brother back? The girl asked, with a bit of tears in her eyes. Naruto nodded. As soon as he did this, he was hugged by the girl, who was thanking him a lot. Naruto waited for a while as the girl let go of him. The boy now approached him and extended his hands. I can't thank you enough. And the girl there is Tamari, he said. Naruto Uzumaki, Naruto replied, shaking Gaara's brother's hand. I cannot pronounce his name either. Before they could continue, a Sand Anbu appeared behind Naruto, and Naruto Uzumaki, you have been summoned to the Hokage's office. As fast as he disappeared. Can we come with you, Tamari asked. I don't see why not, Naruto replied as they went to the Hokage's office. We cut to Naruto and Gaara's brother and Tamari as they entered to the Hokage's office to see Kakashi and the Hokage. The Hokage stands up smiling, much to the surprise of his 3 children. They have never seen their father smile before. Welcome, Naruto. I see you met my children. Now to the matter at hand. First, I'd like to thank you for what you've done for my son. I ensure that should there be another sealing, that is done to perfection, the sage said as he took out a scroll and threw it to Naruto. As a reward, the scroll contains a deed for a piece of the land in the Sand Village. It's not too big, but not too small either. From this day onward, you are the youngest human to own a piece of land in the Hidden Sand. I'm sure that'll help you in your goals of achieving peace, what I heard from Kakashi, the case said, as everyone, even Naruto, was shocked at his facial expression changes a bit. He wasn't expecting that, but it will be very useful in his plans. Thank you, Cage. You're too kind, Naruto said, as the Cage waved his hand, dismissing, think nothing of it. Also, call me Rasa, as a thanks of faith, Rasa said as Naruto nodded. Koro and Tamari were shocked. Seeing their father being nice is just weird. It is mean and their family will be back to normal. Then who are they to question it? They shrugged. Kakashi and I have come to the agreement about the finalization of the peace treaty, and I am happy to say the Hidden Sand Village are now officially aligned with the Hidden Leaf. Also, Kakashi, tell your Hokage about the splendid work this young man did, Rasa said. Kakashi nodded. Naruto walked out of the office to look around the village with Kono, Kuro, and Tamari in town. So Naruto, you'll be going back to your village soon. Will we ever see you again? Tamari asked. Depends if a mission brings me back here, or the tuning exams are held in my village, and you attended there. Otherwise, no, you may not see me again. Naruto said. Oh, I see. We'll be becoming Genin in 8 years' time. Hopefully, by then, the tuning exams will take place in Konoha, or you will have the mission to bring you back here. Tamari said, with Tamari's brother looking at her suspiciously. It's almost like she can't wait to see him again. Was she becoming interested in the boy? His family is becoming weird. First, his insane brother's apparently not insane anymore. His father was smiling and being nice, and his sister was interested in a guy. Weird. I'll be weirded out too. About about your brother, tell him to talk to his tail beast because I won't be here when he wakes up. Tell him to work with it instead of hating it. When the day comes, when we meet again, tell him to be ready. All this only he can understand by talking to his prisoner, Naruto said as Tamari and her brother looked at each other confusingly but nodded. As they looked at Naruto, he was gone. Wow, he's so cool, Tamara said. Tamara's brother had a bad feeling he was never going to hear the end of it until they meet Naruto once again. I would be dead at that point. One day later, we cut to Naruto and Kakashi traveling back to their village. After saying goodbyes, they quickly left back to the hidden leaf. Naruto, may I ask something? Kakashi said. Naruto nodded. How did you defeat Gaara so quickly? If I'm not mistaken, he was a Jinchuriki of Shikaku, so defeating him was simply a glance is a powerful shove the Sharingan unseen sense mother of Uchiha, Kakashi said. Naruto turned to look at him, activated Ninja's Mangekyo Sharingan in process. I told you. My power allows me to copy an ability in its entirety, so already having the Mangekyo allows me to control Tail Beast, Naruto explained. I see. You see my Sharingan once, so have you already copied it? Kakashi asked. Once again. Yes, I copy useful Kekkei Genkais, and your Kamui is very useful. Naruto said as Kakashi looked at him with a bewildered face. Kamui, Kakashi asked. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Do you not know you have the Mangekyo? Naruto asked. Kakashi shook his head at odd, and most people tend to remember such trauma. When I copy an ability, I see which state the user has it in. So I copy your Sharingan and it was already unlocked. Maybe you're so used to putting a certain amount of chakra into your eyes that you only use the base Sharingan. The Mangekyo takes a lot of it, Naruto explained, as Kakashi could clearly remember now when he experienced enough trauma needed to unlock it. Can I see the Sharingan I have? Kakashi asked. Naruto turned his head to him once again, turns Indra Sharingan off, but as soon as it left, another Sharingan appeared. The Sharingan spun into another pattern, Kakashi's Mangekyo. You know, sometimes I still can't believe you're only 8 years old and you know so much. I have one more request, knowing so much about my own eyes that I do. Do you think you can teach me about it? Kakashi asked. Naruto's eyes turned back to his normal eyes, then the base Sharingan. I don't see why not. With that, they continue their journey back to the hidden leaf. And this is the end. Goodbye, everyone.